weather, a wet start across northern England, southern Scotland and Northern Ireland. That rain becoming weaker through the day. Elsewhere, it's looking dry and mild, with a high this afternoon of 16 degrees.
Good morning. We have just pulled up into Hitchin. I've got a nice day planned today. I'm going to go around the charity shops this morning looking for Christmas things. I thought I'd show you all of the Christmas shop windows. We're going to head home, have some nice lunch, and then this afternoon I really want to create a cosy kitchen. So we're in the middle of November now. It's a bit early for me to put my Christmas stuff up, although I am thinking maybe next week or the week after. But I do want to create just a very cozy atmosphere in the kitchen. So I'm thinking warm lights, coffee bar, candles. I just want to make it a nice place to be over the next couple of weeks, almost that transition really, now that the nights are darker, but just before we put the Christmas tree up. There's also news on moving, so I thought you may like to know about that and just have a nice cozy day together. I've got bits and pieces to show you. Hopefully today, when we're in the charity shops, there'll be lots of Christmas things. I do feel like now is the right time to be charity shop hunting, because people are due to put their Christmas trees up. Some people are clearing things out. Also, the charity shops have probably had stock from January, when people put their trees down. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can have a good old rummage in the charity shops and find some really good things. Let's expect lots of coffee, lots of early Christmas, lots of joy, and let's have a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to spend another day with you. So good. Just love this coffee. bit of a balancing act today because I've also got my camera on charge whilst I'm talking to you, but hopefully we've aligned it now. I've just jumped back into the car. It's actually quite warm. It's quite mild today, and I think it's going to be mild for the rest of the day. And then over the next few days, I think we're going to have rain. Rain, rain, rain. I mean, it is November, and I think in November we all expect some rain. I thought I'd give you a bit of a recap of how the morning's been so far. We started off with a coffee in the Hermitage. So we have favourite coffee shops in Hitchin. Our top 3 coffee shops are Halsey's. We love Halsey's on a Saturday morning. You've probably seen the Halsey's building in quite a few vlogs. I always love to say that the Queen has visited Halsey's, and the Queen Mother, who was born just outside of Hitchin, used to spend quite a bit of time in our local town, including Halsey's. So it's the oldest sort of tea room that we've got. So Saturday morning is definitely Halsey's. We also love Equal Measure, Fussy and Bear. We love Fussy and Bear. My other half spends a lot of time in there. And then our other favourite coffee shop where you saw me today is the Hermitage. The Hermitage is just such a beautiful coffee shop. So I grabbed my coffee, skinny cappuccino with extra chocolate on the top. It's definitely that time of year for just extra chocolate on everything. And I could not resist, although I haven't eaten it. I was going to eat it, and then I thought, you may have seen that I went round to a bench right near the duck pond, and I thought, shall I enjoy this or shall I do the right thing and take it home and share it with GB? I did and ah. I don't know what you would do. Would you just eat the treat or would you share it with your other half? I decided that I'm going to share it because sharing is caring, and that is definitely who I am. And this is what I picked up. So I don't know if you can see in the screen. Let's see if I can try and focus it in. So this is a pistachio bun. And just look at it. Wow. Oh my God, I'm actually salivating just looking at this. Doesn't it look delicious? So that is for treat after lunch, I think. I cannot wait to get home. I want to try the new Christmas blend. I spoke to you about that last time. I bought a new blend of coffee, the Christmas blend from Taylor's. Going to have that. I'm just looking around. I can see that this car park's getting quite busy, so I don't want to just sit here. Let's get home and then we can grab that coffee. I want to give you some home updates. So I'm just going to move because I can just see it's getting busy. It's getting towards lunchtime in town, although there's a lady standing right in front of my car. I mean, she must absolutely love turquoise, this lady. She's wearing a beautiful turquoise body warmer, turquoise bag, and turquoise phone cover. She's moved now. Let's get home, shall we? I'm wondering what the temperature is at the moment. You know that I always love to look at the temperature. It's 18 degrees. 18 degrees. Wow. Let's put some classic FM on, shall we? So every time I get in the car, GB has the sport on. Every time I get in the car, I change it to classic FM. A bit of zen, especially when I've got a lot of stress on. And when I tell you about the home updates, you'll know I've got quite a bit of stress on at the moment. Let's get home and I'll grab a coffee and then I can tell you all about it. Quite tight this bit, so I need to concentrate. You can see that so many people have hit that post.
Let them people cross. And it's homeward bound.
Hello.
Hello.
I have got
Lovely bunch of coconuts.
no, I don't know if I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, I don't think so. I've got Taylor's new blend, Christmas blend.
Yeah.
I've also got a pistachio bun from the Hermitage.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like coffee?
Yeah.
Lunch? then bun?
Yeah.
Or lunch, coffee, bun?
Lunch,
What's going on? What shall we do?
Lunch, bun, coffee.
So lunch first.
But I have a meeting at 12.
Meeting at
So
12.
it won't last for too long.
What's the time? So I'm going to try and get lunch done then for when you've finished your meeting.
Huh?
Lunch for when you've finished your meeting. So it'll be about 12:30. So do you want a coffee now or should we wait?
Yeah, well, I'll have a decaf.
You want a decaf? That's okay.
Thanks for all.
You're welcome. So decaf coffee. Then I was thinking, let's do something really easy for lunch. We love poached eggs. We also have some sourdough. I tend to keep the sourdough just in the freezer and then I will pull out slices when we need them. That has helped so much with space and just general waste. When there's only two of us living at home, we either overeat on bread, not good for us, or some of the loaf has to be thrown away. So now I just keep it in the freezer and I take it out, as and when. So we decided to have poached eggs on sourdough, and then we will try this new coffee blend. I did share this with you in the last vlog. Christmas blend, and it's a strength of 4. We will try this just after lunch, and I'm absolutely trying to resist having this pistachio bun before my lunch. Shall I have it? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to be good. I mean, how good can you be when you know that you're going to be eating that bun? Wow. Right, we'll wait to have that. We are going to have a super cozy afternoon. I want to do a few things in this kitchen. It does look quite clear at the moment, but it is time to cozy up the kitchen. The coffee bar's not here. Somebody asked about the coffee bar. I think it may have been Rachel, one of our lovely subscribers. Rachel, it has been away whilst we were showing people around for, as you know, we're sold in 24 hours. And within that 24 hours, I removed the coffee bar just so that people coming in and out of the home could see what this room's like without it. And obviously I have shown them it as well because it's great. It is wonderful because it's something that we can have as like an adaptable space. I will really miss that coffee bar, I have to say. Then I want to share with you the bits and pieces that I've picked up today. I picked up quite a few bits and I can't wait to share those with you. Quite excited because I've managed to pick up a few homeware bits. It's really difficult, isn't it? Because when you think you're going to move, you've already got visions in your head about what you want to do. But home accessories is like so far down on the list. But when I see bits, I can't leave them. So I've picked up a few bits that will be perfect for here anyway, or for our new home. Fingers crossed, stars align for us, please, stars align. But I've also picked up a few Christmassy bits for my advent calendar plan, which is something that I think you may find as an idea for your home. I'm really looking forward to sharing those bits with you. And then later on this afternoon, I want to just prepare a little bit for the Christmas season. And I want to start baking off the oranges. So I'll, share how I do that as well. So shall we get some lunch on the go? My tummy is rumbling. It is definitely ready for something delicious. Let's get some poached eggs cooking away, shall we?
The time is slow, the weather's changing. Another year been started fading, and as the world just keeps on turning, I just wanna take a moment to remind you of one thing. I don't need anything but you, and I wanna tell you all you mean to falling snow, and I don't need a Christmas tree. I don't need mistletoe or lights or fancy things. You could take every gift, and I would still be good. Oh, my Christmas just ain't Christmas without you. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Just light a fire, liquor spinning. Let's dance the night away and fall in love all over again. Maybe we should slow down, slow down. Take some time just to remind ourselves what all this is about. I don't need anything but you. And no one
Oh, this coffee smells wonderful. We have 4 scoops in our cafetiere.
every gift, and I would still be good. Oh, my Christmas just ain't Christmas without you. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. All the carols are playing, the silver bells are ringing, all the people are saying Christmas.
Lunch is nearly ready, love.
Is it ready yet?
Nearly. It's hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot.
You ready now?
No,
What about
no, not ready. Just wait.
now? Noah? Which
No.
Noah? What about now?
It's nearly ready. It's nearly ready, love. You know you absolutely ruin it with that.
No, I don't. I love the taste of it.
Oh,
Adds to the taste.
is it?
Thanks.
Right, you take that then. Do you want some salt?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Salt milk. That's it. Oh, yeah, I don't need a... Oh.
Christmas without you. La da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Well, days go by so fast, don't they? Particularly when you've got a day, off, or a day to yourself. That might be at the weekend or in the week. Quite often a Thursday for me, a Thursday and a Friday are my more low-key days because I don't teach after school on those days. But at the moment, I have to say, this whole situation with the potential move does feel like a full-time job. I am going to tell you about that. I just very quickly need a sip of this coffee. So this is my first sip of the Christmas blend Taylor's coffee. GB had 2 cups. He absolutely loved it. We're trying, if we can, to reduce the amount of coffee pods that we have in a day and just sub it with cafetiere. So I absolutely love my coffee machine. There's no reason why we're not using it other than we do consume a lot of the coffee. The pods are recyclable, but they are quite expensive, and we are hoping to move, and using a cafetiere is slightly cheaper. So I'm just trying to, if I can, make savings along the way, because at the moment we don't know the situation with the move. We don't know how much money we're going to need. And I feel like by just holding back or really thinking about what we're doing going forward will really help. Right, let's try this coffee blend Taylor's ground coffee. Do you ever use a cafetiere? How do you drink coffee? So do you have it instant, cafetiere, filter coffee, coffee pods, coffee machine? Do you only have coffee when you go out to a coffee shop? Are you a huge coffee drinker? I think you know by now that I am. And let's just very quickly try this bun from the Hermitage. So GB said it was very good. He felt like the top, sorry, I am literally struggling here. Let's give it some. Oh my God. Right, let's give it a go. Wow. It's very good. It's very breakfast style. You know, we've just eaten poached eggs, and I think having this first thing in the morning, you know, with a cup of coffee may be better. Right, I'm going to enjoy that over the course of the afternoon. So, house things. There are some things going on with the move. My emotions are very, very much up and down, up and down, up and down. So the last time I saw you, I mentioned that we were having the home buyer survey. So that took place on Friday. That was the day after I vlogged the last vlog, and I was editing the video. And the day became quite challenging and stressful. So you probably know by now, we have seen a property that we have fallen in love with. We were not looking to move. We have always been very, very happy here. And this home feels like my safety net. It feels very, very comfortable living here. There is just GB and I, and we've always deliberately lived small. Where we're going is not big. So we're not going somewhere big. We are still opting to live small. But the property that we've seen is something that for us, and it won't be for everybody, but for us, it's a property that it already has my heart. I mean, and GB's, it does. So my emotions are very much sort of up and down, up and down, up and down. GB is more level-headed about the whole thing. So on Friday last week, when I was editing, the home buyers report feedback came back to me. So I think I may have mentioned this to you, that I am dealing with all of the paperwork. GB's job is incredibly stressful. He works very, very hard, as you know. He's often working during lunch breaks, and it's my area to take on, which I am incredibly happy with. I mean, it's very, very daunting, something that I've never experienced before. I didn't know where to start, and I don't know where to start really, sort of every step along the way. But there are people out there to help. There are friends and family and guidance from people along the way. And I have to say, I think it is okay to ask for help, and it's okay to ask for things to be explained. But we did have a big shock on Friday, and it was, I would say, around 4 o'clock. So it was towards the end of the day. I had a phone call from the man who did the survey. And he pretty much said that our property that we were looking at is all reds, which means urgent things need to happen. I wanted to cry, because in my mind, I was already thinking about interior design, and we've got a lot to think about even before that stage. I mean, we knew that there would be renovations, but we didn't realise at that point to the extent of what needed doing. I had quite an up and down weekend. There is only sort of so much money that you can throw into a property, because you don't want, even if it's your forever home, if there is a reason that you need to sell something, you need your property to be able to sell in the future. This is not the case with GB and I. It would be our forever home. But there is still a limitation. You have to have a limitation, because if you don't, you will buy yourself a prison. And that is absolutely something that we do not want to do. We don't want to have somewhere that is a prison that we can only stay in every single weekend. No more coffees, no more dinners, no more gym, no more holidays, no more weekends away. That is absolutely not what we want. We want to move into somewhere that we can renovate and enjoy. And when I say renovate, I'm not talking about ripping walls down and swapping rooms. I see a lot of that on YouTube, and that is not what I mean about home renovations. What I mean is a bit like what we did in this kitchen. We ripped it out, we re-put the kitchen in, we ripped the bathroom out here, we put the new bathroom in, flooring, those sorts of things. But the reds came back. Every single area had something red. No greens at all, reds and ambers. So red meaning urgent, amber meaning it could be urgent in the future. I was up and down all weekend, and I have a very good friend who works as a damp specialist. So that was one of the red areas, from Acorn, and I will put the details for her within the description. She was an absolute lifesaver to me over the weekend. I got myself so worked up that we'd found this dream home, and I was very concerned that it's going to be ripped from underneath us. So the red areas, the biggest red areas: roof, there's a chimney that needs capping, tiles, there's the list is endless. Then there is damp that needs a specialist. So thankfully, my friend is very experienced. She has a family-run business, and I knew that I could ask Faye to go in and support. So she's actually been in today. And then the third area that really was red is the structural engineer, a chartered structural engineer. The main thing to say is this is not easy. It's quite stressful. There's a lot going on. We need to weigh up everything, including cost. We're trying to gain all of our information back about quotes. For example, the roof. Faye from Acorn is going to let us know what needs doing regarding damp. She's been brilliant, actually. As I say, she was in today, and I've had video calls with her about different things. Very, very fascinating. I have just got to keep breathing. I need to try and sleep, keep breathing. And by that, I just mean it's a strange thing, because in the day, I feel like we can totally do this. This is something that we want. Yes, it has been quite sudden, but when you know, we saw it, fell in love with it, put our offer in, it got accepted, our place sold. We didn't really have time to think. It's been an absolute whirlwind of a month. I cannot believe that we are now in the middle of November, because every day has just been taken up with phone calls, paperwork, more phone calls, drinking coffee because I'm just so stressed. Is it going to be worth it? GB and I really do want to move, but I have to stay realistic. In the daytime, as I said, I feel like we can totally do this, and I will love the challenge of organising everything and renovations, decorating. The garden is just incredible. I've already done a bit of a plant inventory there. There's alpine strawberries growing in the path. There's bluebells. There's foxgloves. There's holly and moss. Lauren messaged and said, when I told her, she said, right, well, we'll be making Christmas wreaths at yours. There is a lot in that garden. There is a lot to do in the garden. I want to be one of those people that wake up at 6:30 in the morning, grab a coffee and go out and, you know, just look at all the plant babies, basically. I know that I can see us both there until the end of our days. I am invested in this. In the evenings, I become quite anxious and think, what are we doing? Are we doing the right thing? When you're buying an older property, what are we going to find as we are starting the renovations? And that is really, really scary. I just need to know that we have a lovely home already. This is like a safety net. This brings so much joy. It is small. I don't have a garden, but I do love my home. I just need to be okay if this doesn't work. I think I said to you before about the stars aligning and, you know, what will be, will be. What will be, will be. What's meant to be will be, you know, will be given to you. If you can manifest it, it will happen. I've spent lots of time talking to my mum up in heaven and GB's mum and just saying, you know, please let this be. We just want to spend the rest of our days there. We will love that home as much as anything else that's so personal to us. It will be part of us. And there have been signs along the way. And the theme of the home, I believe, and the theme of the garden is going to be autumn tones. I love autumn tones. GB likes them too. He does want a bit more colour in our new home, fingers crossed. But I think autumn tones give us the oranges and the deep reds and almost heritage colours. So autumn is the sort of theme. Interestingly, Faye's company is called Acorn. When we went to see this property, it comes alive during the autumn. In the back garden, there is just so many trees and plants that I'll already be able to, I say I because GB is not fussed about the garden at all. It's definitely my area. I can pretty much do as I please in the garden. There's trees of autumn tones. But there have definitely been signs. When we had the home buyers report back last Friday, I cancelled going to the gym and I said to GB, this was a Friday evening, I think we should go out for dinner and sit and talk about, are we happy to keep going forward? I said that because I needed to know where he is on this journey, and he absolutely said, no, we are continuing to move forward with it. But as we were talking about the home buyers report, so this was now the Monday, as we were talking about the home buyers report, we were in the main room, we were chit-chatting, and GB said there was a shooting star. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. There was a shooting star. And it was just as I was saying, I'm not joking, this honestly happened. It was just as I was saying, what would our mums think about our property that we are hoping to buy? And GB said, I've just seen a shooting star. So there's that. Mrs. P came round yesterday for a coffee and a catch up. She's very, very invested in, you know, where we are and what we're doing. And she's such a great friend. I know that I can talk to her about everything. There's never any judgment. You know, she's such a great friend. She had no idea about the autumn theme. And lovely Mrs. P was wearing a beautiful headscarf of autumn leaves. There is just so many signs. And I always think if you look for signs, you'll find them. But there definitely has been. I have talked for long enough. I'm going to finish my coffee and it's time to make a very, very cosy kitchen for this transition period between now and putting up Christmas decorations. So next week we will be, another week on. I think I'm going to decorate the bedroom. That tends to be where I start. Bedroom, then the kitchen, and then the main room. I'm hoping that I have the time to vlog it because I loved doing the decoration ones last year. And it's interesting how, as I've vlogged over a year, there are things I look back at and think, oh my goodness, that was a bit rubbish. Or I'd like to do it like that. And I noticed that one of the things that I've moved on with my vlogging is I used to speed everything up, where now I don't like to speed everything up. I like to show, it in real time, clips in real time, rather than putting up a Christmas tree in like a second because it's just so quick. I think it fits the slow and seasonal stories style. Let's put some lovely cozy music on and we will see what I can do in the kitchen. Once the kitchen's done, I'm hoping to start cutting up some oranges and then we will have a look at some of the things that I've picked up today in the charity shops. So this is the coffee bar. In fact, it's really a shelf. I wouldn't put this on the wall. It's so heavy. It's a plank of solid, I think it may be pine, but I've stained it. It's very, very heavy. And it's one of those pieces of furniture, I'm going to say, because it is like a coffee bar. It's one of those pieces of furniture that really transforms the home. Just have to be a bit careful putting it up. It definitely makes the kitchen more cozy when we have the coffee bar because you've got room to display things in the corners. Well, I think I will leave it there for the moment. I haven't strung up the lights yet, but having this area just as a seasonal story, really, as a seasonal story, it just helps the focus of the home be slightly more homely. I think what we're going to do now is we'll start getting these oranges ready because they're going to take some time. So I was thinking that this year, one of the things that I would like to do is, I'm always trying to think about sustainability when it comes to Christmas and an eco Christmas and bringing the outside in. I thought this year I may bring oranges to the Christmas decorations. I like it when they go a really dull orange, but I thought if we prepare some, let's prepare some oranges, which I know takes some time. I'll show you how I get the oranges prepared. And then as we decorate the kitchen over the next couple of weeks, hopefully, fingers crossed, I have the time to do this and vlog, but I'll share with you how I'm using the oranges within my Christmas decor. So I've got quite a few oranges. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 10. 10 oranges. Let's get these thinly sliced. So the thinner the slices of orange, the better they are. You don't want them like half cut through the middle. You need a good slice, but as thin as you can go. So a really good sharp knife definitely helps with this. So we need oranges, a chopping board and a sharp knife. We're going to start with slicing up the oranges nice and fine. I love the smell that oranges bring, really citrus smell. See what I mean about a sharp knife, how this goes through. This is an absolutely amazing knife. This was recommended to me by Lauren and her husband. Lots of oranges. I don't know if I'm cutting this the wrong way. I think I've cut this one the wrong way. So by accident, I've cut the other way. So that means I have some this shape and then this shape. I'll show you those together. I quite like that they're different though. Obviously, the finer that you can go, the more orange slices you'll have to decorate your home with. So these do last. If you store them in an airtight container, you can get years and years out of your oranges. There's my first lot. I have to say, as always, I often say this, I know, but the things I like to do always smell really nice, and these oranges definitely smell yummy. We're going to get the cloth and we're going to try and get out as much of the orange juice as possible. This stage really helps the cooking time, to be honest. I'm hoping to use these in the kitchen, maybe on the tree this year, maybe in a wreath. Got a few ideas. Baking tray, 30 minutes, and then turn them over and just keep going until they have completely dried out. 3 oranges has created 2, 4, 6, 14, 16, let's say 18 slices. They're always better if they're in the oven on a low temperature. Low and slow. Low and slow is the key. My mum used to empty the airing cupboard. Goodness me, that's brought back some memories. She'd empty the airing cupboard and then she would lay the oranges out in rows and then just turn them over. And they honestly, they did used to dry out, but it did take quite a long time. I'm just having a quick look out the window. I think I've mentioned to you before, we have a lovely neighbour. He's an older man and he lives just over the way. He is out every single day, including Christmas Day. He is honestly in his garden and he keeps the most amazing roses. If you are local, you will know who I mean. And he just loves his roses. He doesn't know, he's looking at them now, holding them in his hand and just looking at them. He doesn't know that I appreciate that from where I am. That brings me so much joy that he's in his garden just going around his roses and checking on them. Fingers crossed one day I may be able to do that too. This property that we're looking at does have roses. It does have some bright pink ones. They're quite large. It's got some beautiful cream roses. I don't know the names of all of them. This will be a whole new topic. Fingers crossed if the stars align. My sister came with me to do the plant inventory, and she was telling me about how we can take cuttings from the roses, because these ones are quite overgrown. We may need to lift up what's currently there, take cuttings so we've still got the original roses, and then replant them. I'm just so excited of the possibility, but I must remain realistic. I must remain realistic. I love how the oranges are all different colours. You've got some really vibrant oranges, like this one here is quite vibrant. The one next to it, for example, is sort of more dull in tone. Now, I know I said to you I was going to do all of these oranges, but have you ever had that feeling where you just need to have orange juice? I'm going to have to do this. Well, we've got 3 lots in the oven. I've also got the ends of some of the oranges. These are not going to waste. I am going to squeeze them into a glass and then have a nice drink of very fresh orange. And there are a few more just down here that there's no room in the oven for them at the moment. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to go and grab all the charity shop bits, and we can have a look and see what I've picked up today. Wow, that sun outside, just glorious, just glorious. You may have noticed that I popped 2 LED candles. I think these are really effective. Yes, I love real candles. I've got some real ones going here, but I am quite particular with a flame. I worry about the decor and that places will go black, because I've had that before. But I always think these ones are quite effective. I don't know how they'll show up on the screen, but I managed to find 2. I've just popped those into my seasonal display, and I found everything to share with you. So I think I mentioned that when we move, fingers crossed, if the stars align, help us mums. If we move, then the theme will be autumn. And autumn just blends itself so nicely to everything, really. You know, we're very seasonal people. I love being outside in nature. When we went to look at this property, it came alive because of the colours around it. There's trees around. I just think autumn blends itself so nicely to where we could be going, almost like the colours of this jumper. And actually, this is one of the first things that I want to talk to you about, but there are also bits and pieces that I've picked up today. Now that I said that autumn's the theme, I think when you see what I've picked up, you'll get more of an understanding of the colours that we like. So you know already these sorts of colours of the cups, the mustard tones, the forest green tones, coffee cups that we had earlier on as well. There's another one. So all of these, you know, really earthy tones. You may have noticed that I put my glasses on. It's because I need to read how much things were. Otherwise, I'll have no idea. So, charity shop things. I'm going to start with this jumper. I love this jumper. I found it in a charity shop. It is 100% pure wool. Lots of you will know, if you've caught up with which vlog was it? Was it on my catch-up vlog? My almost first recent one. I did a whole section on my pure wool jumpers and I paid £12.99 and it is in such good condition. I've washed it, it's dried. I dried it flat, so I washed it in the bath on cool. I've dried it flat. It is pure wool, absolutely beautiful. It does have a fault. You probably haven't even noticed, but I did have to repair just down here. I don't know if you can see, I did have to repair just this area. One thing I do want to learn is how to repair pure wool to keep it in the V of the knit, and I'm not that talented. And also you will need all the different colours of wool. I've stitched it and I don't think it's noticeable because of the print, but I know it's there. So I've paid £12.99 for this, St. Michael. I love it. I love it so much. I love the sleeves. Look, the sleeves are so long that even I have to turn them up. They really do cover my hands. I feel so at home and cozy in this jumper. So that's my first charity shop find. And then the other things are these colours. This is almost the colour scheme that we would go for, I think. I mean, GB does say he wants colour. But there is colour here. There's greens and there's rusty reds. We'll have like mustard yellows. Please. Anyway, let's have a look and see what else I picked up. I have picked up this huge, what are these called? Are these the milk urns? My mum used to have one, and actually my sister's got it now. She puts all her utensils in. I have wanted one of these for such a long time. When I saw this in the charity shop for £10, I just had to get it. It's definitely the theme of autumn, and I'll either use it as a vase. You know, that would look really nice. Actually, that would look really nice, maybe with some conifer from outside, and then, you know, just popped in somewhere like there. Maybe I'll have to go out and get some conifer. That would look really nice in there. When I saw it though, I just had to get it, and that was £10, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. I mean, it looks like it's made. It looks like it's made for our style. I love it. Love, love, love. Then in here are two more homeware pieces, again of the colour theme of autumn. Let's have a look. They wrapped them up in wrapping in newspaper. So from memory, I think it may have a lid. Oh, it does have a lid, yes. So again, it's quite similar to, I want to say that is a milk urn. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a smaller one. It does have a lid as well. This was £3. I mean, what an absolute bargain. So again, I will probably use this for maybe in the pantry cupboard with utensils in or out on the side, but it's just so autumn themed. If I just pop it there for now, it just goes. It goes with the home style that we already have. You know, we're not planning to start everything new when we go. We will be taking our style with us. And then that leaves, this is probably my most favourite item actually that I've picked up under homeware. Uh-oh, I can hear GB coming along and I don't know what he's going to think to this. Hello, stop just there. I've just sharing some. Oh, you want a coffee? You can have one soon. Yeah, you can have one, darling. I will make you one. I was just saying about our theme, fingers crossed if we move, being autumn tones. And poor. In here, I was just saying, funnily enough, that you're there.
Is that a cake?
No, it's not a cake. No, it's not a cake. I was just saying that I think, well, I'm not sure what you will think about this. I love it. So really, it doesn't matter what you think. This is my most favourite item that I've picked up. And it's autumn again, autumn theme. And it's this stoneware pot. You should see GB's face. No, I love it. Look, I mean, it would go here so well anyway in this home. And
what, all the time?
No. But you imagine coming home from work and there's a fish pie in here waiting for you.
Is there a fish pie in there?
No, but you imagine, or an apple crumble. This is.
I just want an air fryer.
I know.
Well, you can't have that out if I can't have the air fryer.
Yeah, I have a bit of an issue with the air fryer because we don't really have anywhere to put it.
Is that because you've got all the lamps out and you've got all your tit for tat out?
Yeah, but this is seasonal. There's nowhere really for an air fryer to go, which makes me sound like an absolutely awful wife. But when we move, if we move, there is definitely space because I've measured it up. There's one in a cupboard that can be closed. He's shaking his head.
I want to see it out.
It's not really the vibes of that new place though, is it? By the way, we've had a phone call. So I was on the phone for about 40-45 minutes. Now we've got two. Ideally, stop ruining my video with banana skins. So ideally, we need another one. We've got the structural engineer going in, but that's not been confirmed. He's had the home buyers report. And then Faye has sent a few more video messages for damp. So we do need to spend some time together. I know. I will do a coffee. I just want to share this stuff. Then I'll bring you one in. Are you playing football tonight? Yeah, I will swim as well.
I'm going on a call in 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll bring you a drink and I'll be really quiet. So yeah, what do you? No. So you. I don't want to break it, but you put your crumble or your. It could be. Anyway, guess how much it was?
75p.
No, it wasn't 75
£1.50.
pence. No, it wasn't £1.50.
I wouldn't have paid more than £2 for it. Come on then.
It was £25.
They got a new one for that.
No, it wasn't really. It was only £4. Do you do that as well? You know, you say it was much more. I would have paid £25 for this though. I'm just going to bring it up close because this goes with that theme that I was saying about being autumn. Now, I love it. I just love it. I know I say I love everything.
2 hands on it.
Yeah, I know. 2 hands. I know I say I love everything, but that's because I actually do. Right, let's put that down. You need a coffee and then we can look at some more decks. Decaf, yeah. That's one coffee done. Right, he's got his coffee. So let's carry on with other bits and pieces. Last year, if you've watched the Christmas series from last year, you will know that I'm quite Scandi in style over Christmas. I love to bring the outside in. I like to create a garland in the kitchen. So it goes all the way along this back wall and then it goes all along the side wall. And actually it does do the very end. So basically it goes all the way around the kitchen. I put twinkly lights on. This year I'm thinking about using the oranges as well. Hopefully they turn out okay. So we will have I'm just trying to think about this as I'm talking to you because I've got the idea in my head. I love thinking of new ideas. And you will have seen me create the garland on the Christmas vlogs. This year I'm hoping to add in some oranges, and then as our advent calendar this year, I would like to have a basket of decorations and ribbon that match the colour scheme. Again, autumn, because I mean it really is our colour scheme here as well. And particularly over Christmas, we like golds, like forest dark green, blacks, metals, rusty colours. And I would like a basket of decorations with ribbon that have all been sustainably sourced, so they are secondhand from a charity shop. And then the basket will be in the kitchen with the ribbon. I can't decide if I need to do the ribbon first or as we're going. And every day a new decoration will come out of the basket and we will hang it somewhere in the kitchen. So over the course of the month, the kitchen decor becomes more and more. And because this is a small, cozy kitchen, I was thinking it would probably take, I could even do it just on this wall and have, it'd be 24 if I'm going to do Christmas Day as well. I probably would do Christmas Day with maybe a special one in the middle. But maybe along that back wall, then you'd be able to see them as well, because I often use that as my shot. But I've picked up a few that we could use as part of our advent calendar, and I've also picked up the basket, which, when I say, I always think if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I saw a really beautiful basket today. I'll show you that first, and this is where I'm thinking I'm going to store the decorations. I love this basket because it's a great size. I like that it's got hints of green, hints of red in there, almost like holly in a way. Are they fish? Maybe they're fish, are they? Or just an abstract print. But I want to be sustainable. I don't want to spend loads of money. It's in really good condition. I mean, I have a thing about baskets anyway, but I paid £1.50 for this. This will store the decorations really well because I don't need a huge basket. There's not going to be loads. We normally have a mini Christmas tree here. So, the basket will be around and every day we can choose a decoration. I love that idea. I'm not using anything that's plastic. I'm not using anything that's unhealthy. I'm just reusing decorations that I've picked up on trips and secondhand as well. So it's an eco-friendly advent calendar. Shall we have a look and see the decorations that I've picked up that will go towards the 25 decorations that we need to create this calendar? I picked up 2 stars at 50p each. They're made of metal, cream and gold. So if I pick this up, put the basket there. Let's just put the decorations in here for now. What else did I collect today? Oh, this one's so beautiful. A little acorn. I had to pick this up, particularly because the theme would be autumn. Is it a sign? This one was 50p. I love the little metal topper. That will look really lovely in the kitchen. A forest green star with little gold stars on. This one was 50p. And I also picked up this little heart. This one was £1. I love how antique it looks. It's gorgeous. I think I may have something similar from last year actually. So I can already see what this basket's going to look like. I will have to be really careful with the baubles and decorations that I select because I don't want just random things. I want them to be decorations that all match and go together. And because I had this idea in my head, I did have a look on Amazon for some ribbon and I managed to pick some up. I haven't had a look at that ribbon yet, so let's do that now. So I picked up 2 boxes of velvet ribbon. If I open it up, okay, wow. Yes, that's right. I ordered them on a wooden reel. Oh, lovely. Oh, yes, lovely. I'll show you these in a second. So, wow, my ideas are, really merging now. They're lovely. I'm really happy with those. So these are the colours of the first box. Hopefully you can see slightly different shades of green. Do you know, I think this would work really well. Once I've got the decorations in, if we keep the ribbon in the basket as well with a lovely pair of scissors, and then every day we can decide on the length of the decoration. So as long as the ribbon and the decorations match, like there is a red one on, I think it's, yeah, there's a red piece on this decoration. Well, that will have to go because I actually don't have red at all. I don't think I own anything, maybe something that I would wear. I have a lovely red Christmas dress, but not something in the home. So that red would need to go because it doesn't match my colour scheme. But they are gorgeous. And then I've also picked up, again from Amazon, I'll leave a link in my description box in case you like these ribbons. They look just the right size to thread through the decorations. Oh wow, I'm so happy with these. I am wondering, do I need to order some more? That's the only thing. So very, very autumn themed. We've got the silver and then almost a minky gold and then a tan colour. They're going to be perfect, I think, from the idea that I've got. And then I do have some decorations that I've picked up previous years. I'm just going to find those and put a few in there just for the colour scheme. I want to give you a bit more of an idea of what I'm going to do and also to sort of clarify it in my own mind as well. So you can see here the colour schemes that I'm thinking of, the greens, the rusty colour, silver, brown. And then we've got a few decorations that I've picked up today. And then my own decorations that I have already. Got another star there. So it does look like stars are going to be part of the theme. I'll try and bring that up so you can really see. I am so excited about Advent this year. Really, 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 I'm really happy with that. Let me just have a very quick count up just to know how many more decorations I need to find and source before the 1st of December. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, getting dark. That's incredible, isn't it? What time is it? It's 10 to 4. I think we've probably got half an hour and it will be dark. That is right, yes, about half an hour. I did pick up something else that I really wanted to share with you from the charity shops. I couldn't leave these in the shop. I did have to ask how much they were because I couldn't find the price on them. 2 metal little birds. Aren't they just gorgeous? Now, I think they're robins. I want to say they're robins. I was drawn to them because of my mum and GB's mum, and I loved them. Anyway, when I asked how much they were, the price is actually here. I can't believe how much I paid. I don't know if that picks up on the screen, but it says £1.50. And basically at £1.50, I just had to have them. So there's one little robin. I'll put you down there. I'm sure they are robins. And another little robin there. They will be placed properly when I do the Christmas tree decorations. I'm going to very quickly run outside. You know when you've got something in your mind? I'm going to run outside and grab some conifer for the 2 vases because I just feel that I need to do that. Wow, 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 wow. These are hot, but they smell very good. These are going to look great in the kitchen. Well, this is my idea anyway. I think having the oranges all the way round and then the Advent along that back wall. I mean, I don't actually know if it's going to work, but you don't know until you try these things. I managed to pick up some greenery bits. Did get chatting to a neighbour, as you do, talking about the move and all sorts of bits and pieces, day-to-day life. And since I've got back in, it's really getting dark. So I think we need to pop on some warm lighting. That light on. When you go to a charity shop, you just don't know what you're going to find, do you? It's such an easy thing to do. It's just see what is on the hedges outside or in the garden and bring it in, because you don't need to spend a lot of money on flowers. Greenery is just as nice. It's amazing how it just makes a vase look so lovely. Let's put that one in there. And then I did pick up some conifer as well. Very, very quick and simple, but I have to say, I just couldn't not do it. I couldn't not do it. It was on my mind as soon as I put those vases along the seasonal bench that I just had to find something to put in them. Vase number one. Just put that one over there. And then the larger vase. Oh, it's quite heavy. Vase number two. I'm not sure how much you can see of the vase. I'll put it in. But I was just thinking that these lights would look lovely in the kitchen, strung up. So I know I've got a hook there. I tend to have a hook over in the window, then a third one. And I think these would look really, really pretty for the interim between now and Christmas. What do you think? I will have a go at putting these up, maybe tonight after the gym or tomorrow. And I'll let you know on our next vlog about how I did it. It just gives, you know, a little bit of November sparkle before we move into the Christmas season. Talking about the Christmas season, I have just created an intro to the Christmas series that will be coming on my YouTube channel. Let's change these. I think they've gone into some sort of crazy mode. That's better, they're on still now. I'm still going to say it's going to be ad hoc. I love Christmas, as many of us do. It's a time that I really enjoy vlogging, and it's also a time that things do calm down a bit with Family Fun Phonics. We like to finish earlier during December, purely because children have nativity plays and Christmas concerts, carol singing, and just Christmas events to go to. So I like to say to the families, we'll finish early, you know, have a lovely Christmas, and then I'll see you back in January. The children do have Christmas Family Fun Phonics sessions, but two, I'd say maybe second week of December, which may leave me some more time to vlog because I just love this time of year. And I've created an intro video that I thought you may like a sneaky peek at. I've created this video using clips from last Christmas, and I'm hoping that the intro will give a bit of an idea about what to expect for the season ahead. I would love, love, love your opinions. I've tried to show the things that we will be getting up to over the end of November and into December. I've tried to also think about the music and the vibe that I have for that time of year. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'll leave you with the intro for the season ahead. I would love to know your thoughts. Please do let me know what you think. If you haven't already and you want to follow along this journey, I mean, we don't know what this journey is going to look like with moving, but if you'd like to see more of this type of seasonal, slow living, possible move-in, possible renovations type of content, please click the subscribe button. You can also head over to Instagram for more day-to-day content of recipes and just things that I like on a day-to-day basis. I tend to upload something to my stories most days, so you feel free to come and join the community. I'll say goodbye and I'll leave you with the intro for the Christmas season ahead. Bye for now. How do we do this?